2, 1. All right, how you guys doing? This is your man Bogy, and welcome back to the CREW After Hours, Season 2, Episode 24. And what is the next thing you guys want to talk about? We could talk about Spider-Man, Matrix 4, Cobra Kai, the
Not
book of...
Spider-Man.
Huh?
Spider-Man was no good. Not Spider-Man. It wasn't good.
What?
I keep thinking it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Did you say Spider-Man was not good?
No, man, he was just paid. It was a skit.
I hope he's acting.
I'm making you pick Spider-Man. Now now we're going to talk about Spider-Man.
All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. Mm-hmm. So, it finally came out. There's been a lot of hype on it. And the result, I'm pretty sure you two fellas here have also watched it.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of a lot of people say that this is, if not one of the best Marvel MCU movies that have been produced with Marvel
Marvel themselves.
Yes. So I'll let you guys go ahead and start off, and I'll go ahead and go afterwards. But so what did you guys think of Spider-Man No Way Home?
JF.E.W said it sucked, but
Well, JFEW sucks then, if he said it sucked.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you what I think. It was awesome. I mean, throughout the year, since last year, 2020, when they started talking about the movie being filmed and stuff, they had leaks saying who was going to be on the movie, and they were going to have 3 Spider-Man and all this other stuff and things like that. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to see anything. I want to see it when it's there. And I hope to God it was going to happen. Now, one thing in the movie that really disappointed me and a lot of people was the credit cookie Venom. Because when you see Venom let there be carnage, the credit cookie is everything changes. He talks to Eddie Brock about how there's multiple universes and the Venom have a hive mind. So things change around them, which is the time that the whole thing happened with the Witch and
Scarlet Witch.
No, not Scarlet Witch. The wish that Peter had. Did he mess with the spell?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad. So he looks at the TV screen. There's Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Me and my friend got like crazy, like, oh my God, it's gonna be the MCU and stuff like that. Just, even when people were saying that he had a hat on that said Spider-Man No Way Home, so he must have been on the set.
Yeah.
But we thought he was gonna be in there. I told my friend, what if it was Venom with the 3 Spider-Man and Miles Morales there? Would it be awesome? But that's not what happened. So in the credit cookie for Spider-Man No Way Home, it just shows Eddie Brock talking. You hear Venom, and then he gets put back home. I know they left a little bit of the symbiote there, which is funny why it got left there.
Yeah, the little drop.
They might be putting Tom Holland Spider-Man in the black suit, and then fighting Venom at a certain time. And of course, he doesn't want to be Spider-Man all the time, so most likely they'll end up having Miles Morales come in at the end of the movie. The 3 new trilogy they're coming up with. And they're having a TV show called Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is actually Tom Holland's story, how his origin happened for the MCU.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Where's that going to happen?
I think next year for Disney Plus.
Oh, nice. And Tom Holland is going to play the Spider-Man character?
It's an animated type thing.
Oh, okay.
They only show like a little logo and whatever, but that's it. That's all they talked about.
Oh, look, there's Spider-Man right there.
Yeah, look at that. But Spider-Man No Way Home was a lot of fun. You end up crying at some parts. It was so cool when I was in the first theater before I went to the IMAX. Oh my God, bro. Every time somebody popped up, everybody went freaking nuts. And I'm talking
Hell yeah, man. That was me.
Nuts. Yeah. I heard mostly the girls, but yo, it was a lot of fun, bro. Let me tell you.
It was.
I was like, yo, this movie is the bomb. So yeah. I wish I had not known anything about it, and I would have been even more surprised. I'd be like, oh my god, you know. So yeah.
And actually, you make a good point. You know, the internet definitely gives movies that come out a different dimension. You know, 20, 30 years ago, if the internet is not as prevalent or strong as it is now, you know, movies are taken a certain way. But you know, with the information that you know gets updated on a split second with a picture,
Yeah.
you know, certain things kind of get diluted. So I understand what you're saying. You know, I mean, there's certain things that are like, oh wow, yeah, okay, look, I see that they're in.
Yeah, now with the internet, we know before a movie, they're working on a movie. We know that they're gonna start filming it. We know where they're gonna film it. They have some set photos. You see little things like new Batgirl's image right now that came out for the movie for Batgirl. That costume I like. A lot of people don't like it, but I like the costume, and that's gonna be in Michael Keaton's universe. You know, and then there's leaks, and I want to say leaks because I think Sony actually leaked some things out there so people can have interest to bring up the hype because they probably wouldn't have the $1 billion that they made if it wasn't for the fact that people knew that they were going to be all three Spider-Man to see them and to go watch it. You know what I'm saying? It would have been, oh, the trailer looks cool, oh, it's cool. If people to watch it, then it had to be word of mouth. But because of all the leaks and what people knew about it and so much hype, people went to go watch the movie once, twice, and stuff like that, and that's how much they made. And in a world of pandemic, maybe Spider-Man was the reason why so many freaking people got sick. I don't know.
So you guys think because the internet brought all that hype, it kind of wears down the product, right?
For some movies, yes. For this one, it was a great idea to have all these different Spider-Man from the different universes come out, and it's just fun to see that because it's a different property for Sony. Come in.
I agree too because you know, like sometimes, like, and this is not even movie related, but I'll go online and I'll have a certain friend, and he posts all this bullshit pics of like the Chinese food he eats at a China buffet, and like I want to, and once in a while I get this urge to go to a China buffet, but then I already know what they serve there because this guy shows off everything. It's like BS. It's like I don't even. You know, it's not even the element of surprise anymore when you go over there. You know what they're going to serve.
Yeah. China buffet, Japanese
That's hilarious,
buffet,
bro.
all the China buffet.
Thank you so much. But JFEW, talk to us, you know, what was your experience of watching Spider-Man No Way Home? How did you enjoy it?
Well, like a real man, I went on the first day. I didn't wait like a month afterwards to go. Because, you know, real men go during the first week. Anyways, the movie was great, man. I sat down in the theater and you know, like the last, I guess like the last 10 Marvel movies I've watched have been spectacular. They've been exciting to watch. So I was expecting no less from this one. And to me, this one was really good. It was as good as Endgame. It was just like fantastic acting, action sequences, the story, the characters that they brought back was really, really cool. And I really loved Tom Holland in the film. I love the acting of Tobey Maguire and
Andrew Garfield was great.
Andrew Garfield. Oh my God, they all, you know, really did great together. They had a great chemistry. And the Green Goblin, he really shined in that film.
Yeah, the Green Goblin was awesome.
I was really surprised by his energy. He was just like, wow, you know, like it never left him. And it was just I really enjoyed it. I laughed, I cried, I laughed. It was just a 5 out of 5 on the Bogy Richter scale.
Yeah, man. And I wanted to say they really upgraded the villains here because back then they didn't really use CG like they did, but now they used it. So they pulled out more how they can move, how they can do certain things. I mean, the way Willem Dafoe was beating up on Tom Holland was like, you know, it was crazy, bro. He was
Yeah.
like, yo, you don't mess with Green Goblin, dude. He wasn't like that in Sam Raimi's movie. This guy was freaking scary. He was
Yeah.
a psycho strength, you know. And having and I heard that that what do you call it? Andrew Garfield said that the part where he hugs him and goes, "I love you guys," that was actually ad lib, and they kept in the movie because this character is so cool. Because I like the way he says, "I always wanted brothers. This is awesome," you know. And it was so much fun. And how he saved MJ from falling was like if he was able to save Gwen Stacy. And that death was oof. I felt it. Wow.
So, the Spider-Man Supreme fan will go ahead and share with you guys about what I thought about Spider-Man No Way Home. And let me just give you my rating right off the bat. This rating is 5 out of 5. If I could give it more, I would. But that is the most you can. That means that this is an ultimate movie that you can watch over and over and over. And it had a lot of relevance in what the character was. So, again, Tom Holland, definitely did a great job with this. And the X factor, of course, was as the movie went on. Not only does Marvel have a formula, they have a formula that's going to work with any Marvel movie at this point. Which started with
everything planned out. And they have everything planned out, so they years in advance, so they know what's going to be going to. It's like a novella with movies, and what's going to come up and how things are relating to each other and stuff like that.
And part of that formula started with 2008's Iron Man, and they continued that formula all the way to all the phases that we've experienced. So here we are with this Spider-Man No Way Home. And they use the same formula, which, at a certain point, we're used to it. We understand that it's going to be successful. We just want to see how they make the story successful. So we knew that, wow, okay, so from the last Spider-Man movie, Peter Parker was revealed to the world that, that he was Spider-Man. So what is going to happen now? And I was really worried about it. A few years ago when this revelation came out, I was wondering, what the heck? How is this going to be changed? But of course, they came up with the formula that, okay, Doctor Strange got the mystical powers, and he was able to go ahead and, with his mysticism, help to try to change things. But of course, Peter Parker, being young, and he's he was always changing the way that that the spell that that this was going to work out, actually kind of made a whole mess out of this whole thing about everybody that knows I'm Spider-Man, please forget about it. It was an amazing storyline. So I really enjoyed how they brought in, the other Spider-Man that we're accustomed to. And I remember, because I enjoyed the Tobey Maguire, the Andrew Garfield. I enjoy those movies, even though some of them, people say, you know what, that one was not as good as Spider-Man. This one could have been done better. For me, I enjoyed all of them. And how they brought all of these 3 Spider-Men together. Mm-hmm. So, and then of course, the villains themselves. The Green Goblin. I agree with GB. He was scary as shit. Still scary, and even scarier now. Then,
awesome.
Yeah. Then Doc Ock. Then you got the Sandman. I mean, to bring all these other villains, in this, it was kind of a culmination of everything that happened from the initial Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire up until now, and it just brought it into a nice little storyline. And for me, it kind of like brought it together so much that it just kind of, made it perfect. Mm-hmm. And now we can move on. Now we can move on.
I will tell you this from listening to a lot of YouTubers talking about the movie, especially for the Marvels, the MCU Spider-Man. How they didn't do a whole origin story like they did with the other ones. They just said, "Hey, you know it already. Let's just do it." They did the same thing with the Hulk. So what people were complaining about, but Marvel had already written down what was going to happen with Spider-Man. The thing a lot of people hated was the fact that he had armor and gadgets and all this stuff. He wasn't just like that Peter Parker, like, oh, he just did everything himself and learned how to do things and yada, yada, yada. But as you see what happened in the end of the movie, how he even, I saw a close-up picture, AC picture of the suit that he has. It's the classic Spider-Man suit. And just like on your shirt, the blue shines on it and everything. It looks freaking awesome. So now he is Spider-Man, no money, nobody can help him, and he has his own gadgets now. He's not helped by anybody. He even makes his own outfit. So now he's like the original Spider-Man in the comic books. Man, they might call the next 3 movies Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, for me again, 5 out of 5. It was just so many great plot points that were brought forward, and I mean for a huge fan like myself, to bring all the different Spider-Man that have been out there in the timeline together, all 3 of them, it was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was like a little girl, and when that part hit, I was out there. I screamed. I was like, yeah! This is it. This is like the epiphany of Spider-Man.
How loud did you scream?
So loud that if I were to say it right now, it would go ahead and stop this recording. So, hope you guys really enjoyed this.
Yeah. I just wanted to say something really quick about Spider-Man.
What? You want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something. But I just totally forgot now. My bad, bro. My bad.
All right, so this is your man Bogy. We had a great conversation here about Spider-Man No Way Home that came out in 2021 December. And I think the panel right here definitely enjoyed it. Hope you guys did also. If you guys have any commentary.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
It's going to come out on Blu-ray and digital in March.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to get it in February then. All right. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. This is your man Bogy with GB and JFEW. And we're saying this is the CREW Afterhours. And we're done. Enough said.